Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you guys are in the world. I felt compelled today, and especially today, of all days, now more than ever, crucial to do this video. Let's begin. So I'm bringing back the God Journal. I've been filling it out for the last 5 months. And I have tons of information here, just with talks with God, And one thing I just felt compelled to share is that he's repeatedly told me an assigned date this year. Don't know what could happen, but that date is July 21st. So I don't know what that day will be, what will entail. I just keep being told, be prepared, that's all, allegedly. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It's just a day that I'm told to be prepared for something. So, but especially today, I was told to share it. I was really just pushed. You just have that feeling that, like, okay, there's a reason something's being repeated. So I thought I'd share, okay? So whatever that could mean for you, it could be a great, big, beautiful, positive event. I personally never believe it's like one day. It's like, it's never an on or an off switch, It's like always a progression over time. So it could be the beginning of, like, people were saying, oh my God, the Mayan calendar, like 12, 21, 12. You guys remember that? And nothing happened. So, like, I do believe it could be a start of like a era or an age or something, right? So today I'm going to pick a random page and just read everything that I'm comfortable sharing from it, just like last time. So whatever God is calling me to share on this page. Okay, so that specific day I just wrote, this was February 26th, and all of this is from this year. So maybe it's a good positive affirmation for you as well. Sometimes I just write positive affirmations if I'm not hearing anything from God, if I'm not sensing anything. I just write my own thoughts that day and something to help start my day, because you need something to start your day to get you going. So I wrote that specific day, that specific morning, that I felt so blessed and abundant. Okay, so a good positive affirmation to say to yourself, I feel so blessed and abundant. Great. And there's a reason I'm drawn to this page, so maybe some of you need to hear this. I wrote, I trust in you and have faith in you, and I realize the faith is what takes me where I want to go. I have an incredible faith. My faith is what pushes me to the goal. So I believe I shared this already in a video, I'm not sure, but if I do ever share any passage again, doesn't matter, because I do believe we need to hear things more than once. And maybe some of you have never even seen that video and haven't even heard of this yet, so it doesn't hurt to say it again, right? Interesting that this comes up, because I did share this. The way we carry ourselves, the way we spoke to our parents, which is very fascinating. And that's how you speak to others as well. A question is we have to ask ourselves is, how do we react to the messages being given to us? That's what deems our character, really. And then I wrote, my reaction is to be at peace, like my higher self reaction, to let it go. If someone argues with me, if someone makes me feel frustrated, I don't need to react to what's told to me. And I don't need to have an abreaction to what's told to me as well. So that's some, I guess, great advice from above. Be yourself, don't change. And I wrote that I felt inspired by what was told to me that day, because that was a lot of information. There were some details here about my past history that I won't go into as well in this page. But yes, very wonderful. Thank you, God, for allowing, see, that's how he works, for allowing us to read that exact passage again. What else should we know? What else? Okay, so there's two things here. One is from, I'll start with the January 30th. I wrote, and this is quote what he said to me. There are limitations to this universe. Nothing lasts forever, but you cannot limit the mind. And repeat that. That bears repeating. There are limitations to this universe. Nothing lasts forever, but you cannot limit the mind. That was amazing. And it's kind of difficult to conceive because when we're done with this life here, the mind still exists. Does it? Like, not really, but like that's part of like the soul and your progression and your journey. Like, it's just, I can't even conceive like what messages we receive from above. We're not even really supposed to understand. I wrote, there is power in the mind. That's exactly word for word what he said. Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. See, sometimes when you look back on different entries, you're going to realize what he was talking about the whole time. This was January 30th. I had no idea what he was talking about. He wrote, take action now. And that's when I like started to be like a prepper and like start prepping like food in my pantry and just, oh my God, this is giving me goosebumps. He said, but then I wrote, focus on the positive. Okay. This was a bit personal, so I'll keep it to myself. Look at the bright side of things. Okay. So I think I remember now. It's funny how well we remember even how we felt that day. I was feeling a little down, maybe a bit negative and pessimistic. Focus and determination will keep you pushing past all things. Focus and determination will keep you pushing past all things. And it's funny because he told me today specifically to focus. Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. He never tells me that. Like, he only told me like twice or three times in the whole like 5 months. He told me specifically to focus today, and there it comes again. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. I know this comes through with my tarot readings as well. It's like, like, you know, that kind of shock factor. That the card, and sometimes the same card will keep showing up. I should tune into what I desire, and those external forces pass by like any distractions. I detach and have no interest but to hit the target. So that was good. And then April 24th. Oh my God, focus again. What the heck? Because like I wrote like on the right side of the pages first in my journal, and then when I finished the journal, I started from the beginning and wrote on the left side of the pages. So the right side has January 30, the left side is April 24, and both of those pages are in the same like opening, having focus. I know God works in ways we can only conceive. Focus on having fun and enjoying your day. Okay, so that was a day where I just needed a boost and a pick-me-up, and that was recently. He specifically said, cool down. I was like, cool down? And then something came up later that day that like kind of shocked me or surprised me, and I needed to cool down. So it was like, he just knows what's going to happen before your day even starts, which is amazing. Well, duh, of course he knows. He knows everything. Thank you, God. Okay, this is private. Give the seed, so that yes, there was a seed I had to give that day, and I did, I think. Alright, I did a few days later. Yeah. But you should always obey God right away. See, I didn't trust. That was my mistake. You always have to trust. Even if you think it's just your own thought. He said specifically, go where your heart's desire is. And I wrote, I'm doing my best to enjoy my life more lately. Because sometimes I'm very hard on myself at times, so I'm trying to like really just take it easy, right? Sometimes, and not just be so strenuous. All right, so that is all very interesting. All right, let's close. Open up a passage. Okay. Interesting. Okay. March 16th. This is about the crystal aquamarine, and I think this will be the last passage. Some of these, there were some days I just used a crystal and like meditated with it, and we were like trying to get the properties of it, and I was being guided and led to like how this could help me in my real life and my line of work I do, like with Reiki, for example. So I wrote, use aquamarine when you can't sleep and need to calm down. So that may be helpful for you guys. It's a natural crystal of the earth. It's God's creation. Nothing wrong with using crystals. Let's see here. Ooh, this is a good one. Listen when spirit says to stay away from someone. Trust that intuition, especially when you're dating someone. I forgive myself for any negative past experiences I put myself through. Like sometimes I sabotaged in my past and purposely like sometimes we like to give ourselves like torture out of guilt. And I purposely put myself through bad experiences with people. It was all a part of my soul journey. It was not wasted time. And sometimes I say, oh my God, this was such a waste of time. But no, I wouldn't have known the other side if I hadn't gone through that. So maybe that's helpful for you as well. And I also forgive myself for spending time with the wrong people and ignoring the message of God. And he even said to me, continue educating yourself about crystals. So yeah, that's very inspiring. Actually, I think he's probably reminding me as well through this, that like crystals, because sometimes like I haven't used them in a while, you know, I've just been so into, and that's okay, you know, like I haven't really been involved with the physical lately. Like I've just been doing my works with God, and I think that's more important above all else. You should always put God first before anything else, you know, and then like if you want to have fun with the other stuff, fine, but like just make sure you bring it back home and connect it back to source in some way, right? And if it just feels wrong for you, then just let it go and don't do it, okay? But I've been working with them since very long ago, and I have a deep connection, and I know they're connected to source, like with the trees, like with everything, nature and beautiful of the earth. And although the earth is, I can't say it's not of God, but it's like, it's not quite the heavenly place. So you can't connect too deeply. That's why I kind of sometimes even put my spiritual stuff aside, because sometimes I find it brings me down, because a lot of it is still so dense connected to, compared to source, right? Compared to spirit, it's very earthly energy, if you know what I'm saying. So it's good for grounding yourself, and some crystals overall are great for connecting to your higher self as well, don't get me wrong, but it's still not like pure white light and love, and it's pure essence, right? It's still a rock at the end of the day, and a rock is solidified and grounded to the earth. So I suppose that's why I've kind of strayed away a little bit, but not to the extent where I'm like, oh, I'll never use crystals again. No, but sometimes you put them aside, you know, at time to time. I still pick them up. I still work with them in Reiki, of course. I still charge them. I use them sometimes, even my tarot. And, you know, you should never like abandon them completely, right? Because I do believe they're like energetic beings. I should respect that, and they all have different properties metaphysically, but yeah, that's, you know, just the journey. Sometimes you just go in and out like waves of like, now this interests me, now this interests me, you know. So it's like I've always kind of been like that all my life. But yeah, that was amazing. I just felt like I should just share that much, and that's it for today, just to keep it brief, because I do want to produce more content. Some of it's private, I can't share, and I do want to make more of these in the future. So of course I have to save some more for future videos. So it's a little sneak peek preview, I guess, for you guys. But thank you. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, night. Have a good one, and take care now. Good Good night, guys. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining me. I hope this helped guide some of you as well if it's necessary.